iPad people, yeah. iPad people.
iPad, because you know it's on your computer. If you don't have
Stat 7.1.3.
Yeah, because we're gonna go over it. We didn't even do that.
Compound probability. Day 3. So, in this problem, I'm going to note, there are two types of events. There's a spinner. So, event A is a spinner. Okay? The outcomes of the spinner are red at 60% of red. I guess I could have done choosing from a bag. Blue at 30% and green 10%. Okay? Event B is a coin. Okay? Event B is a coin, but it's an unfair coin. The coin is not fair. The outcomes are heads 60% of the time and tails 40% of the time, exactly. So it's an unfair coin. It's a trick coin. It lands on heads. It's an unfair coin. But for the purposes so that you can make the connection to the do nows, the problems we're doing, these are the scenarios. Now, the compound event that we're looking at, the compound event is we're going to do it a spinner, coin, coin. So we're gonna run the spinner. We're gonna flip the spinner and see what it lands on, and then we're gonna flip a coin twice. Okay, and then we're gonna look at the outcomes. So spinner, and then the coins. Got it? So let's draw the tree diagram. A. So I'm going to pause so that we all get this part over, and then we're going to draw the tree diagrams. Now, something to note. Now, some of the students in my AQR are learning this, just to how to count how many outcomes. So how many outcomes are there in the spinner?
3 outcomes.
And the coin?
2 outcomes.
And the coin?
3 outcomes.
2. Which means there's going to be a total of how many outcomes in the end? 3 times 2 times 2?
12.
There's going to be 12 outcomes in this problem. So there's 3 times 2 times 2 gives us a total of 12 possible outcomes in the end. So at the very end, there's going to be 12 end scenarios. Okay? The example that we were thinking about doing initially was going to be 3, 3, 3, which meant 27 outcomes, and we backed away from that. Because that's going to be 27 trees, a little bit too many. Maybe 27 mins in the school, but not trees. There we go. So let's try this. So the first event that we're going to be talking about is the spinner. So we're going to start somewhere in the middle. Give yourself some space. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3. Now, I saw some of you did like the circle, so if you want to draw the little circles from each of these, feel free, but they're not required. And this is the spinner. We're going to label it up. Coin flip. And how many outcomes are there? 2. So from each of these outcomes, we're going to draw 2. Yes. And so this is a coin, the first coin. We can go heads and or tails. This can be heads or tails, heads or tails. Now notice I didn't circle them this time just to show that you don't have to have them circled around there. If you'd like to put those circles around there, please, by all means. If you want to do here like this, I saw a lot of you did like that when you were doing your tree diagram inside your do now. But then there's a second coin toss. And the outcomes for the second coin toss are second coin toss. Heads, tails, yes. So from each of these outcomes, we're going to draw two of them. Head, this is the second coin. And it can be heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails. Now, don't worry, on your homework, the number of outcomes on your homework, one of them has 9 outcomes in the end. One of them has 8. So, one of them is you're going to flip a coin 3 times. So, 2, 2, and 2. 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So that problem with the coin toss is going to be 2 from each of those 2 from each of those 2. That's how your homework one is. The other one on your homework on the other side is basically like the spinner. There's 3 outcomes. And so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But it's only 1, 2, 3, sorry, and then just twice. So each of those 3s has 3s. And then we have the outcomes. So what are the outcomes? RHH. RHT. Next one.
The heads have its own heads and tails, and the tails have its own heads and tails.
Next one. B. BHH. BTH, you're correct. BTT. GHH. GHT. GTH. GTT. Counting them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 outcomes. Yes, I know it gets a little bit, there's a lot of them that are going on in here. Some of you can try, I do recommend that you draw these right here. It just makes everything a lot easier to finish out the answer. In terms of the tree diagram, this right here, we got to fill these in. We'll give you full credit for the tree diagram, but the other part helps you. Just pause real quick. Correct. We're going to flip a coin twice. Correct. So the probabilities are not 1 out of 12 for each of these, because these weren't equally likely. The coin wasn't equal likely on its outcomes. The spinner was not equal likely on its outcomes. So the final outcomes are not 1 over 12, 1 over 12, 1 over 12. We got to be careful on that.
So what are the final outcomes then?
We're going to take it one more step. We got there? Yeah, because now we got to fill in the probabilities. So for the coin, what were the 3 probabilities? 30% and 10%. If you would like to add a 0 and do 0.6 or 0.60, perfectly fine. I want to make sure that you all understand where I got these 3 numbers from. Yes. Yeah. So the probabilities for red, blue, and green were 60%, 30%, 10%, which I write as a decimal.
And the coins are 60 and 40.
So 0.6 and 0.4, 0.6 and 0.4, 0.6 and 0.4. Now again, this example is harder than anything we were going to give you on a homework. harder than we would assess, give you an exam. But if you can follow with this one, the other one's gonna be like, oh, those are so easy. They're so little. And what about the second coin? The same thing. 0.6 and 0.4, 0.6 and 0.4, 0.6 and 0.4. I know there's a lot of them. And that's all we got to do. Just as Sam said. So all we're going to do now to find these is we just got to do some multiplication. We got to break out our calculators. I'll pause. And again, these numbers are a lot bigger. This is a tricky problem, but it's doable. 0.6s and 0.4s. Now, everything here, I want to point out, all of this right here, once you've done this, this is the requirement. Okay? That's the requirement. The full tree diagram. Yes, you have to write the numbers onto the tree. 40% tails.
Oh, that's the bottom part, right?
Correct. It's a trick coin. So 40% tails and 60% heads. Correct. Now, while we're doing this here, doing this will make the problems easier for the probability questions. So I'm going to do all of these, but here's the reality. You don't have to do all of them. You just have to do the ones I'm going to ask. For example, the next question is going to say, what's the chance you get red heads? So the answer will be right here because you've already filled them in. No, we just said. So, to find the first one, the probability for this one, how do we find the probability here? So it's going to be, so 0.6 times 0.6 gives me 0.216. 21.6%. But 0.216, that's the answer. How do I find that outcome? I followed its branches. Red, which was 0.6, times head, which is 0.6, times head, which was 0.6. Now it's for those of you who are wondering, drawing the tree will not always be a requirement. We will let you release not having to draw the tree diagram, but we want you to do it for now.
So I get it now.
Let's do this one right here. Blue heads, tails. Blue head, because I don't want us to have to do. So blue heads, tails. 0.3 times 0.6 times 0.4. What does that say? 0.072. If you want to, you could find all of them, but you don't have to find all of them. You can just see what the question is asking and find those individual ones at the end. Huh? Yeah, multiplication. 0.216. You see how I got that? What the probability of blue a heads and then a tails? We got the answer. And one last question. What's the probability that you get blue and one heads? Blue and one heads. Exactly one heads. So this would be B. What are the different outcomes? I have it. B, BHT, which is the one we just found, right? And what other one?
That's a G, that's a
And BTH.
Oh, that says BHT equals 0. Okay, P parentheses.
Shh. Don't lose your focus yet.
C is P parentheses BHT. Nope, that's C. I said C. B is P parentheses R H8.
These are the two outcomes that have exactly one head, that are blue and one head. We already found one of these answers.
Okay, and C is P parentheses
So
BHT.
up here, I'm going to find this one. What's BTH?
What?
Shh, we're almost done. We got like 1 minute if you can just keep it focused.
3 times 4 equals 0.12,
And then times
and then times 10,
times the 6.
and then we get 0.72.
And we still get 0.072 in this case.
We're almost done.
So my answer here is 0.072 plus 0.072. You add those two together, we get 0.144. Yeah, you find each of those probabilities and you add them up. Which outcomes satisfy the question that it's asking you about? So in this one, it was asking that. So in the homework problems, as you're writing this down, in the homework, you have a basketball player, okay, nobody's name, no, just a basketball player who makes 80%. So it's going to be 0.8 and 0.2, but he's taking 3 free throws, 0.8, 0.2, and from each of those, 2 free throws. So 2 branching off 2s, branching off 2s. First free throw, second free throw, third free throw.
Yeah, exactly.
On the second problem, on the other problem,
You get them the tree and lawyer.
you are buying cereal boxes and they come with like basically a playing card. We call them pictures. They each come with a playing card. Boston is doing this one. They can be a T, a M, or a D, which stand for Jason Tatum, a basketball, Drake May, football, or Jaron Duran, baseball, Red Sox. So you have 3 outcomes, and you're going to select 3, and then you're going to select the second one, cereal box. So it's 3, and from each of those 3 is another 3.
Did you know we have a basketball player in here?
Huh?
Did you know we have a basketball player? Yeah, right there.
But I suck at basketball.